here's my thought. Perhaps Iran, Iraq, and Syria are heavily dosed with black matter radiation, or whatever the hell they call it. If that's the case, it may also have large quantities of these neutrinos, which makes, that's the real reason they're going in there, because they want that stuff. Like I said, it's about power. So I started looking this up. Let me get down here. Let's see, right here. The Iranian 40 megawatt water reactor at Iraq. Doesn't that sound like the place that we invaded, Iraq? Maybe it was Iraq we were invading. Maybe the cover story is the country, but they want the reactor. Then these guys aren't making what people are claiming. They don't, look, whether it's spirituality or science, the Jews don't want people getting their hands on this stuff because they don't want to miss the fucking boat. Otherwise, they wouldn't be using the number 5778. That's the temperature of the sun. It has to do with the year of something to do with them in Kabbalah. Trust me, this is all very underhanded what they're doing. Has a design which is ideal for plutonium production, blah, 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 weapons, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Anti-neutrino detectors can provide the agency of high-level monitoring not currently offered by other techniques. This monitoring is base spectrum, blah, 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 blah. So uranium-235, 239, and 238. These neutrino thingies have to do with bending space and time. Neutrinos have been made big hands like to travel about speed of light, unimpeded by electromagnetism and strong nuclear forces that affect other particles. Study them as provided Albert Einstein's theory, blah, blah, blah. I just find it interesting that the name of Iran's reactor is Iraq. I mean, that's let me make sure that I got that right. Yeah, right here. Iran's heavy water reactor at Iraq. But you notice it's not the same spelling. So they need to get into Iran and Iraq. So, and if you look at all those explosions over there, they're all pink and purple. Isn't that interesting? That the name of Iran's reactor is Iraq. How very interesting is that? I'm telling you, they want that fucking energy. They want it for themselves. This is all about power. It's got nothing to do with anything of what they told you about. Oh, they're a threat to our freedoms and they bought down the towers. Bullshit. Nobody could go into the pit of the World Trade Center because it was fucking molten steel for weeks and weeks and weeks. That's atomic energy. Absolutely. You can't just set these things off. The sun has to be involved. Those Jews that were in that van, those are the dudes that built the balcony that set up whatever it was, because I showed you the picture where the beam came down, and then building 7, the guy was over there, and that's what set it off on the 91st floor. That's why this whole thing is completely out of whack, because they can't hide it. That's why they went to digital, so that they could hide these stories in plain view. Because digital, you can manipulate in real time, television shows, but they still make mistakes, and real big ones too. But it's easier to do real time than trying to reshoot the same film over and over again and get shit to match up. Again, it's interesting that Iran's heavy water accelerator is named Iraq. And they keep saying, oh, we need to go into Iraq, we need to go into Iraq. Well, which Iraq are they going into? See, they play on words here, big time.